Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here again, and everyone is talking about Wavesplitter and Destiny 2 PvE for a good reason. It's absolutely amazing. I did a video on it, and it shows just how strong this thing actually is. Highly recommend checking it out in the link in the description down below. However, it's also absolutely amazing in PvP as well. I think it's highly underrated. It can compete with the SMGs. If you build it right, play around its strengths, everything like that, this thing is so very good. Even at base level, it competes with ARs and hand cannons and the like. But once you get it ramped up, it's unbelievable, and you really need to check it out, especially if, like me, you are tired of the SMG meta. You're waiting for them to get nerfed, and you need something to challenge them consistently. That's going to be their Wavesplitter. So how is that possible? So first we jump into what the Wavesplitter does. It's got the intrinsic trait Harmonic Laser. Laser damage has 3 power levels that oscillate while the trigger is held down. Then you've got the main key to all this, a supercharged battery. Collecting an orb of power grants a period of maximum power that starts with an automatic reload. That's massive on both levels, right? You get maximum power, so you're going to do increased damage, and you're going to absolutely melt people. But the automatic reload is huge for PvP because essentially when you pick up that orb, all the ammo on the ground is going to just be in your magazine. And the biggest issue this weapon can have in PvP is ammo economy. But in something like Iron Banner, when you're going around, and especially this season with Eruption this week, you're going to see that there's ammo everywhere. You're going to be collecting it, but you don't want to stop to reload consistently. So you collect an orb of power, automatically reload, and you're going to be able to shred people. You're also going to be able to suppress targets with sustained fire. This doesn't happen that often. Most of the time you'll kill them before you end up suppressing anybody, but it is possible against supers especially, so keep that in mind, and it's just something to have in the back of your toolbox. What also makes this weapon so good is it combines with a lot of things this season that have been improved in Destiny 2. For example, you've got the artifact perk Volatile Flow, so you're going to generate volatile rounds while picking up that orb of power, so you're going to have that double whammy of this thing getting buffed but also having volatile rounds as well, which is insane. And with the mod changes this season, you're actually able to generate orbs of power in Crucible significantly easier. You're going to want to run things like Siphon for whatever your primary weapon is. So I was running a Stasis Sidearm, so I was running Stasis Siphon, as well as a Void Siphon for when I'm using the Wavesplitter to generate orbs as well. And then I was running double firepower because I'm running a Controverse hold build on my Warlock, and essentially trying to get as many grenade kills as possible. It's easier in Eruption as well because every time your team goes on the hunt, your abilities are going to recharge. So it creates this nice little flow of get a kill with your kinetic or your abilities, and then generate an orb of power, grab that orb of power, destroy everything with Wavesplitter, and then you're going to be on the hunt by that point, so you're going to essentially rinse and repeat, and it's just such a nice flow to everything. So any type of grenade build this works out tremendously with, any type of melee build as well, because essentially you can swap out firepower for something like heavy-handed to generate orbs with your melee, and you just always want to be generating those orbs. That's huge. The nice thing about something like heavy-handed is obviously if you get a kill with your melee, you're up close and personal, and you're able to grab that orb right away. It's such a nice circle of things. The other mods that I'm running, if you're curious, is like Unflinching Void Aim, Void Weapon Surge. Obviously that's helpful as well. You want to just maximize how quickly you're able to kill your enemies with this thing, and then time dilation as well. Overall, I really enjoy Eruption. I know not everyone is a fan, but for me, I enjoy the fast-paced gameplay, and I run solo quite a bit. All of the gameplay that you're going to see is me running solo, and really in the gameplay, I was testing out weapons that I can use to compete with the sidearm meta, and that's where I found Wavesplitter. So not all the time was I using it as efficiently as possible, but once you get the flow down, once you get the understanding of the gameplay loop, essentially, it becomes absolutely unreal, and I highly recommend it. Eruption is game mode 2 that like I said, I personally enjoy because you are rewarded for playing better and playing more aggressively, especially once you hit the 5 kill mark. You can play passively up to the first 5 kills, but after that, you got to chase them. Otherwise, you are going to explode, and that's going to be your max level of your streak. So the other abilities that I'm running for this, in case you are curious, I was rocking Cataclysm Nova Bomb with the Pocket Singularity and the Vortex Grenade. I have the Chaos Accelerant and Feed the Void aspects, as well as the Fragment's Echo of Cessation. You got Echo of Remnants and then Echo of Expulsion. So essentially I'm trying to make the enemies explode if I get a ability kill. Lingering Grenade, my Vortex Grenade lasts longer, and then defeating volatile targets creates a Void Breach, which is nice because I'm going to get my abilities back even more. I'll get my class ability back when I pick up the Void Breach. So it's just a nice little gameplay loop. Controverse Hold obviously pairs very well with Chaos Accelerant, so I'm going to hold my grenade, increase the size and linger duration of the vortex, which is nice, and then improve charging for my grenade with the Controverse Hold as well. So resisting damage while charging your grenade is an underrated perk of this, is I think also something that a lot of people don't think about. So I would keep that in mind. And you charge your void grenades, return grenade energy on a hit, not on a kill. That's something to remember. Anyway, I think that's most of what I want to talk about. Again, Iron Banner for me has been great this season because I love the rotating game modes. It allows me to change up my builds based on how I want to play. Like, for example, if I need to capture zones and play objective a little bit more versus Eruption, where I'm really being aggressive and just chasing as many kills as possible. I think the games are a little bit more lopsided in this game mode at times, but they go very quickly, and that allows me to just go from game to game and really have a blast. And it's been nice testing various weapons. I'd love to hear from you guys first and foremost. What other exotics should I be rocking in Iron Banner? I'm going to do an Iron Banner stream to finish up my pinnacles, but I'd love to use some various exotics that people don't use or you don't see that often that I might be able to compete with. I've tried things like Tommy's Matchbook and other exotics that just haven't been there and done the job. So I hope I can find some that are good. I think the sidearms are all pretty good, but besides that, I need to find other really good options. Anyway, my name is Jopa. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've been throwing out tons of Destiny 2 content. I'm probably going to be starting a podcast here shortly about looter shooters in general, so stay tuned to that as well. Subscribe if you want to hear more about that. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.